Yay. And good evening to anyone who is lurking in chat. I hope you're having a decent day so far. And don't be afraid to pop into chat and say hello. We are ready and waiting for you. Donnie G, how you doing, man? Donnie G, I have to say that's a loaded question. Although, as is standard, Scott is going to have a song stuck in my head before the stream is done, so yay! It's the wine, the beer, the whiskey by Little Big Town. That gets in your head, it doesn't want to leave. Yay, Helen! I will just say the goings on over there, it didn't make me the happiest. Let's just leave it there.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, podcast members, welcome to the podcast, the live stream edition, and thank you. The podcast is your home for rational crypto news and objectivity, leaving emotion at the door and talking about what we like, why we like it, and where we see it going. I'll flash a graphic, even though I think you guys know by now that we are not offering financial advice. We are telling you what we do, and that is all. We don't slow down. We don't let up. Full speed is our only speed. I am your host, Scott, pragmatic investor who has won and lost fortunes. And joining me, as always, with a brand new camera is the greatest producer of all time, Belle. How are we doing tonight, Belle?
You know what? I'm glad we're going live, but man, I'm grumpy.
I wonder why. I wonder why. Now, before we finish the intro, I got to let you know, we need a driver for her camera because there's a little bit of a delay. I don't know what that is, but we'll get that figured out. So here at the podcast, we have a tendency to talk about what others are not talking about and bringing the focus onto use case cryptos because, as we know, these are what drive the market and bring innovation to a world that desperately needs it. The status quo is no longer acceptable, and it's time for a technological revolution. Welcome to crypto, and welcome to the podcasts. And again, thank you. Now, all right, here it is. Before we get into this, I'm letting you guys know right now, be respectful. I'm not talking to the podcast folks. I'm talking to any of the Sifchain folks who are coming on here to cause a ruckus. Be respectful. If you cannot, Bella's going to remove you because this is my house. These are my rules. Don't like it? Bye-bye. It's nothing personal. You just add nothing to the conversation when you are hugging yourself and rolling around on the floor screaming, "Look at me, look at me." So, here's what happened. Now, I reached out to a lot of you guys personally. If I didn't get to you, man, I apologize. All right? It's just I've never DM'd you, so I didn't have the ability to just call you up. But here's what happened. I removed all of my liquidity from Sifchain this morning. Now, I don't believe that their model is workable. And when I questioned the math, I was told that it is too technical for me to understand. Fair enough. But if I cannot understand why something is doing what it's doing, I won't invest in it. That's it. So I pulled my liquidity and I moved it to my wallet. There we go. Now, Rowan has been running decently high because they're manipulating their token. And as I have told folks for a long time, I'm getting out of it. So I liquidated a couple of million and turned it into USDC, which I love, and Bicana, which I love. You see, I can liquidate them because they're mine. Now, I was contacted by one of their admins, and I'm going to do something that they didn't do for me. I'm not going to name names because it adds no value to this. But I was contacted and told that I was overpaid. Now, I checked, and sure enough, it seems like I was overpaid. So I responded to the same admin I was asking him to return what I was overpaid. Send me a wallet address. Send me a wallet address. Send me a wallet address. First contact was at 6 a.m. Now at 10 a.m., I finally get one of the team members in the chat. I'm very excited now because this should be easy and we can put this to bed. I am happy to return the funds your DEX overpaid me. Tell me how much, show it to me, and send me a wallet address. 11 a.m., send me a wallet address. 12 p.m., send me a wallet address. 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., 4 p.m., send me a wallet address. Now, do you guys see where I'm going with this? Your DEX overpaid the liquidity pools because you clearly did not test your code before you implemented it. If you had, this wouldn't have happened. Now, I agree that I was overpaid. I am offering to give it back, but I don't manage your DEX. I didn't write the code. I didn't implement it in a live production environment. You did this. Sifcore did all of these things. I didn't do it. What I did do was pull my liquidity. I had over 6 figures cooking on that DEX, and you guys want to know why? because they were paying me 3.6% of the total liquidity every day, which is madness. In no world is that sustainable. I questioned it. I was told I simply don't understand, and everything is working as intended. That's what you told me. Everything is working as intended. So I pulled my liquidity. Now, their admins had a wonderful time calling me out, doxing me by name, screaming, "Here is your boogeyman." But I kind of wonder if they mentioned publicly that I have agreed and aggressively tried to return your money. But like everything else they do, I am met with silence. I am sure that they are happy to let this narrative run because it takes the focus off from another brutal black eye for this really bad chain. But eventually, guys, I'm going to start showing screenshots of messages with time and date stamps, and you can explain it to your Discord then. We can settle this privately, or we can settle this very publicly. But I ask you to remember that when it's your turn in the crosshairs, that you keep it classy. Handle it better than you handled it on my account. I've been in this business for a long time, all right? A long time. I know how this plays out. You will keep the onus on me because I am a huge hacker and I know how to wreck code. This is clearly sarcasm. But you're going to keep it there so that your folks don't ask you how this happened in the first place. What you are doing right now is straight out of Saul Alinsky's Rules for Radicals. If you've never heard of it, you should look it up. This is not new. The other thing you are encouraging and celebrating is propaganda, and you are hitting all 5 rules. You don't know what they are? Allow me to illuminate you. The rule of simplification, reducing all data to a simple confrontation between good and bad, friend and foe. The rule of disfiguration, discrediting the opponent by crude smears and parodies. The rule of unanimity, presenting one's viewpoint as if it were the unanimous opinion of all right-thinking people. The rule of transfusion, manipulating the consensus values of the target audience for one's own ends. And finally, the rule of orchestration. Might want to write this one down. Endlessly repeating the same messages in different variations and combinations. That's all you're doing. If I have any Sifchain minions on here tonight, I hope, guys, that you actually heard what I said and that you understood it. The bulk of you, particularly the ones that have invaded the podcast Discord, in this business, and it is a business, you are what is called a useful idiot. In political jargon, a useful idiot is a term for a person perceived as propagandizing for a cause without fully comprehending the cause. See rule number 1. You had no actual information. Your team wouldn't give you any facts, so you created your own narrative. Scott robbed you. That is 100% of everything that happened. And I would invite Sifcore or even the Sifchain DAO to do the right thing, put out accurate information, and take your share of the responsibility here. All I did was pull my liquidity. So with that, folks, we're going to be taking a short break. Get your questions in, please. And we will get to the actual live stream this evening because I want to discuss USK. I want to discuss Atom. I want to discuss Bitcoin. I want to discuss things which I find personally much more interesting. So please get your questions in, guys. I have to find my frame over here. So please get your questions in, And we will be right back if I can find it. Appreciate it, guys. And thank you, boys. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Look, that's all of it, man. I got nothing else to say. It is now 6:30 p.m., and I'm still waiting to hear back from them. Now, between you and me, I'm not going to take their word for how much I'm supposed to pay them back. Call me funny like that. Audit your fucking chain and show me specifically, minute by minute, what happened, and I will pay back every goddamn cent that you can prove. But until then, I didn't fucking do anything. So as much as I appreciate Scott's a thief, Scott crashed Rowan, you did it. All right, this is your fucking code, man. I don't write it. I have a friend. I don't know if we're friends. Jack Sparrow, I consider us friendly. We're not friends. I don't know his kids' names, but I consider us friendly. This is what he does. Specifically, this is what he does. And I'm pretty sure if I was to ask him specifically, is it a good idea to roll out test changes in active production? I'm not going to speak for the man, but I think he's on the stream right now. But I'm pretty sure he would say, no, that's not a terribly good idea. And what are you laughing at, Belle? What?
Okay, that alliteration. Okay, even in the field I work in, anytime there's a change, anytime it gets launched in our test environment first, and we hammer the shit out of it, and then if it works, we roll it to production.
Because that's what you're expected to do. All right, you're expected to perform due diligence on your code before you push it out. Now, again, as much as I appreciate it, I do kind of ask, man. Look, I haven't even looked at that number for 8 hours. I do. How am I supposed to know? How the fuck am I supposed to know? You guys, I've begged you over and over and over in your Discord, everywhere. Please come on this show and fucking explain yourselves. And you refused. You laughed, you mocked, you ridiculed, you refused that I simply would not understand it. Offer's still open, man. All right, anytime you guys want to come on, and I'll tell you what, I'll do one better. I'm taking the full screen here, Bill. I won't be the one interviewing you. My audience will be the one interviewing you. If you guys are okay with interviewing a member of SIFCOR, give me a thumbs up. Give me something in the chat that this is something you'd be interested in, and we will continue to reach out and try to bring it to you. Because, yes, I would absolutely adore that. I got a hunch you guys would, too. So there we go. All right, Belle, do we got any questions? Oh, by the way, how's the camera frame on Belle? We decided to go with a producer frame. What do you guys like this or no? Go ahead, Belle.
Yeah, okay. So there's a couple of funny comments that also had me cracking up a little bit. So old man actually chimed in saying they took a shit in my living room, and MJ turned around and said, hey man, I'm sorry, I apologize already.
Well, he's a filthy cook. I watch Hell's Kitchen, so I know everything that MJ does, and they're never clean. You guys are never clean. Take a bath. Go ahead.
And Jack Sparrow just chimed in and said, the code is shitty and their testing would have got me fired.
Yeah, isn't that funny how that works? But it never seems to. By the way, Jack Sparrow, I'm going to call you out here, man, if I can. We got a little bit of a video delay from Belle's camera. So she's using, what are you using now, Belle, a Nikon?
Yes, it's a Nikon.
So she's using
Nikon
a
Z30.
and she's got one of those video interfaces so that she can use it for streaming. Do you know, this is your wheelhouse, babe, not mine, but do you know of any driver or something that we could put on that will sync up the video with the audio? Because, you know what, I'm fine with it. I don't care, but it's going to grate on you guys after a while, so I'd like to get this as clean as I can.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of shooting a bad B-rate movie. Yay!
It is. I want to subtitle you. I should mute you and then just have you talk, and I'll ad lib. I'll tell you what Belle's actually saying. We'll be like one of those old Japanese kung fu movies. You know, oh my goodness, I must attack. You know, that's what we'll do.
Now,
we're gonna
now
go
we know
that
what
way.
we're doing for the Thursday night stream, huh?
That'll absolutely be the dream. All right, Belle, finish them up, and then we're going to actually get to an actual live stream instead of this bullshit. Go ahead.
All right. Leanson just said, man, yesterday and today have been crazy. Hurricane Fiona passed over my place, and it's been chaos in terms of flooding and destruction. And Leanson, you better stay safe, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, brother. Look, man, anything I can do, help out when this shit settles out. If you need a little, you know, something, reach out, babe. You know I'm here. All right, Belle, carry on.
That was actually, we're caught up on. Okay, Donnie G just chimed in saying, have Bella yell Godzilla.
Godzilla! Godzilla! You got to do the jaw thing, I think. All right, so just so you guys know, man, look, I haven't eaten a single scrap of food today. All right, this shit has been bombarding me since fucking 6 a.m. And I decided to put a little bourbon on top of it. So you're getting happy Scott tonight, and doesn't give a shit Scott tonight. You guys heard everything that's going on with this, man. Spread the message however the fuck you want. All right. I will have a respectful Discord. Look, it's not mine, it's yours, but we will have order. And if they're going to continue to just come on and just slam with half-assed information and no real fucking idea what they're yelling about, we're banning them. All right, we have our guys have been banned from their fucking Discord. I think it's fair as fair. I noticed that their mods and their admin guys are coming over to our Discord too. As much as I appreciate, you know, the call out, we're not here just to talk about your problems, and these are your fucking problems. We are here to talk about crypto and things that influence crypto, such as the CPI, such as the just insane amount of bad news that is stacking up in front of us. You guys are busy fucking around with your token, trying to game the system, create that magic internet money, and you fucked yourselves. This has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. And you know what? If I was to give any advice, it would be this. Don't be in such a hurry to fucking release in a production environment. You should goddamn well know better. Anyway, so something else was happening this morning. Look, it ain't just Sifchain, man. Look, this is a little esoteric token on over here that's kind of more or less doomed for failure. So I'm kind of all done talking about it, man. If you guys want to keep it going, ask me questions, whatever. But there's a lot more going on right here in crypto. So clearly I can't show my big wallets anymore. But, guys, I can show my little old YouTube wallet. And this one is actually really, really interesting because I'm sure you guys remember this wallet. And the fun thing was at one time, that number right there was down. I started it at $2,500. I got it up to $25,000. And then UST happened. So everything just absolutely shit the bed. But the funny part is that I'm not really running this wallet any differently than I'm running any of my big wallets. I'm using the same basic fundamental strategy of acquiring tokens. Now, I hiccuped a little bit, guys. I'm drinking this shit again tonight. I went out to Ohio, I think last week or the week before, and I forgot to bring any good booze with me. So all I brought, I had to stop at a convenience store and buy something, and I got Maker's Mark. But you know what? The funny thing, and this is for you, old man, I'm starting to like it again. Isn't that funny how that works, Mel? I'm starting to like Rock Gut again because that stuff is you know what? It might look fancy, but it ain't fancy, babe. So anyway, let me get back to the wallet. So look, man, I haven't changed anything here. All right, nothing. Everything. Oh, look, Rowan's still down. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice the chain. It's on the chain, Belle. Look, you can see a little thing. Uh, Transfers are disabled due to instability. Look, man, I haven't changed anything here. All right, nothing. Everything. Oh, look, Rowan's still down. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice the chain. It's on the chain, Belle. Look, you can see a little thing. Transfers are disabled due to instability. I haven't changed any fundamental strategy of what I'm doing coming over to this wallet. So everything's been the same. So we built it up. It absolutely crashed with UST, and we're building it back up. So everything that I'm doing here is effectively what I'm doing everywhere else. I am protecting my money when I need to, and I am pushing it out aggressively when I can. Now, all of this right here, all of that wallet, man, is about being hyper aggressive. I am very, very, very hyper aggressive with getting my investments into high APRs when possible, but they have to be reasonable high APRs. All right, I'm not putting this in like chrono shit. I'm not going over there chasing, like the Duck Squad or some shit like that. I have no interest in that. What I am looking for are. Why are you smiling, Belle? I can see you smiling here. What the fuck? Am I not talking? Is this my show or what?
Duck Squad's one of the people who's been trolling our Discord. So yeah, that did make me grin a little.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm pulling it out of my ass. I don't know who he is. I don't care. All right.
I know.
I don't care. Oh, the funny thing though is I had Sifchain. I got it spread all over the place over there because I'm still staked. I still got a lot staked. I can't pull that shit. It is stuck for the ride. But I literally had tokens on on his fucking validator, and it was a good amount. And yeah, he's I guess Jack Sparrow told me about it. He's talking shit and all that. And I went, look, yeah, there he is, man, blasting me. And they're not on his validator anymore. But it's the whole fucking culture over there, man. It is just toxic. So. And you know what? I literally did them a favor. They asked me, pull down the videos. They did it. It's in their Discord. Pull down these videos. I said, fuck it. All right, off they go. But most of that is because I don't want anyone to even hear the name Sifchain. I'm not going scorched earth per se, but look, man, they're going to attract a lot of young and dumb investors, and these guys are going to fall into this fucking trap over here, and they are going to get savaged. I'm a very experienced investor, and I fell into it. So if I can get raped over there, anybody can get raped. I'm not saying I'm the best trader ever. I'm just saying that as somebody who's experienced and should have known better, if I can get sucked into that, I think anybody can get sucked into that. I don't even want that name out there. So that's why they're fucking gone. They asked me, we pulled them, bye-bye. Yeah, anyway, shit, Bell, you derailed the hell out of me. Why do you keep doing this shit? I was going somewhere with this. Anyway, look, man, let me show you this because you guys are going to have to get used to seeing this one because it's clear I can't show any of my big wallets anymore because of the doxing and yeah. So we have to get used to the old YouTube wallet, and you know what? You guys are going to have to endure. So the funny part about this is that if you take a look at this, is that most of my holdings are very, very they're scaled to pretty much any of my big holdings, with the exception of Rowan. I don't think I have a fucking penny of that shit on here, but most of it is sitting up here, and there's a very good reason that most of it is sitting up here. Now, I'm still a huge monstrous. Cannot stress this enough, even though that this is not financial advice. I don't want to hear any bullshit. I can't stress that particular pool right there enough is USDC Osmo, and I'm doing it specifically. Only reason is for that number. Now, I believe in Osmo. They are the king of dexes. All right, they are absolutely the king of dexes. They do it, and they do it right. They fucked up. They admitted it. They recovered, and they went forward. Now, they didn't dox anyone in particular. They didn't call out anyone in particular. They just did their business, got to it, fixed it, and moved on. This is what happened on Osmosis. So I hands down believe that this is the king of the Cosmos dexes. Now, the reason that I say Cosmos, let me show you why. I know I've talked about this, guys, and I'm sorry to be sounding like a bro. Oh, let's see how fucked up they are now. Oh, yeah, they're hanging in there. Great, 20%. Not a problem, man. Operating as intended. That's what you told me. This is what I want to actually talk about, and I want to point this out, man. Look, I'm not telling you to fucking buy Atom. I don't care what you buy. It's your money, your business. I didn't help you earn it. I'm not going to help you spend it. But what I am saying is that as far as a 90-day chart goes, there are very few charts there that are as sweet as this one. Now, why is this one more relevant than any other chart that might be out there? Because they have added 1.5 billion billion dollars worth of value to their ecosystem. And they've done it in the last 90 days. Guys, that is a monstrous number. That is a huge number. That is a what are you doing right number. Because anybody that can do that should be writing books. They should be putting it out in word form, getting people to line up to sign their books. I'm the smartest man ever, and I fucking built this, and I can prove it. That is what a very good recovery looks like, more so than anything else. Now, why is this particularly relevant? It's particularly relevant because of the next chart that I'm going to show you. Now, I want you to keep in mind, this was taken from just after the crash, which is about 18 June. This is taken from 21 June at $6.73. 21 June and $6.23. Oh, look at there. I can't see, guys. Fuck off. There we go. So $6.23 on that very day. So let's take a look at the big mighty Bitcoin. Now, the big mighty Bitcoin on that particular day was sitting at $20,000. This is the same 90-day chart. Do you guys see a discrepancy here? Do you see the difference between organic growth and speculation? I don't think there's anything I can do to illustrate this better than that number right there. 90 days ago, I'm sorry. Hey, bourbon, fuck off. 90 days ago, 21 June, Bitcoin is $20,700 and Atom was at $6.50. Today, this very day, Bitcoin is at $19,500 and the mighty Atom, which is how I'm going to start prefacing this, is sitting at $15.68. Guys, that's from $6.50 to $6.50 to $15.68 in the same 90-day period. Now, I've been harping on this one. I get it, man. Look, I talk about it a lot. It's because I see the value in this chain. I see the value in the cosmos. I agree ideologically with what they're trying to do here. And when I agree with it and can explain it, I'm in. That's all there is. I'm in. Now, the sweet spot on all of this one, the absolute sweet spot is that more or less, all Cosmos tokens run with Atom. This is the Bitcoin of Cosmos. Can I prove that out? Sure, I can prove this out with one of my little known loves, even though I don't try to hide it. I talk about this one endlessly. Now, I want you to look at that 90-day chart, and I want to tell you what you see here versus what you saw in Atom. So, with that being the case, I want to tell you guys why I enjoy Bitcana so much. One, we're in touch with their project management team. We are in touch with the devs. We are talking to these guys, and they tell me what they have going on. I see a token that is running basically parallel with Atom. Basically, not perfectly, nothing runs perfectly, but it is, for all intents and purposes, running perfectly with Atom. So it is matching the value of Atom. The highs, the lows, the dips, the highs, everything. Burn this into your head right now. You guys burning that number? Burn that chart into your head so I can show you the other one real quick. And I know I sound like a broken record. I don't fucking care. Because when you see that chart versus the Bitcoin chart, I think you might understand fundamentally why I agree with this. Because this is a token, Bitcana. This is a token that is not fully developed, that is still pushing out, that is still doing what it needs to do, and it's getting all of the value bump from Atom. Now, I can buy Bitcana for fucking 2 cents, 2.3 cents. I've been buying it since it was under a penny. Look at my earlier videos. There's a reason why. Because this thing is running perfectly with Atom, but, this is a big caveat. I'm taking the big screen bell, but they are still in active development, and the Q4 is going to be big for them. So again, not financial advice. I don't care what you do. But this is one of those small ones that's probably not a terrible idea to take a swing away on, because it's cheap, because you know where the value is coming from, and because it's still in development. They are actively doing this one. You want to see a fun Discord? Go to the Bitcana Discord. There are a bunch. MJ, that's for you, babe. Your people are over there. But there are also people that understand the value of money, that understand the value of development, and they understand what community they represent. All right, there's everything about this is it screams, Scott, you need to invest in it. Now, the best part of this, and I'm putting this out for Donnie G, if Donnie's still on the stream. The best part of this, I can't show you guys the big wallet, my Buchanan wallet. It's tied to my other wallet. I can't show it to you. I'm sure you understand why now. But every cent that is in that wallet, I didn't pay for. Didn't pay a nickel. I paid nothing for it because of my overly aggressive strategy of going after quality high APRs so that I can take that money out. I can push it into other tokens. I don't even know the term. It's a dollar cost average diversify. But in this case, it's not using any of my own money. So I don't even know the term for that. But that one is 100% white meat, pure profit, all of it. Every single bit of the money on that wallet is 100% pure profit. So I get it. I'm just a dumb old man, doesn't understand finance, doesn't understand crypto, doesn't understand any of this shit. But I continue to be profitable, even not understanding this shit. So at one point, are you going to ask, maybe you're doing it wrong? Right here, pal. I love member streams, by the way. Did I mention that? Anyway, I got more to go. I got a lot more to go, but we got to get to the bell because I know you guys don't come here to see me. You come here to see Bell. Bell, do we have any questions, comments, or observations?
We've got a couple of comments. Gustav Smith says, wow, I love your graphic proofs.
I don't know what that is. What is a graphic proof?
I don't know.
Gustav, add me that, dude. Look, I am technically illiterate, all right? So I don't know what a graphic proof is, but you explain it, man. I'll give you a round of applause. What else you got, Bill?
Kodar1 says, Scott, you sound like a sailor.
I sound like a sailor. Yeah, man. 26-year Navy guy. It's going to come out, babe. All right? I can't. You know, the funny thing of all this, that the part that I actually find funny is that none of this is personal for me. None of it. I don't care, man. All right. I don't make my money on YouTube. I make my money on crypto. I do what I do here. And I had a good conversation with Donnie G today. Babe, look, I cannot wait to have a beer with you, man. I ain't shitting you. Now, you know I don't drink beer. I'm this guy, but I will buy your beer. All right. No problem. And I will I will hit it as long as you're hitting it. But I had a good conversation with Donnie G today, man. And he said, why do you keep doing this shit? Why do you keep pushing out and just getting, eviscerated publicly? And I do this for Donnie G. And I do this because somewhere out there is another Donnie G that might not quite understand crypto at the time and is just losing after losing after losing. Now, it's not his fault. It's not his fault. This shit is technical. This is multi-layered. There's a lot going on here. You are fighting developers. You are fighting the economy. You are fighting fucking Jerome Powell. I mean, you are up against a wall here. And if you haven't been doing this for a good long time, you are gonna get fucked. So I continue to do this and to put myself out there looking for the next Donnie G. There's got to be another one. Donnie told me he's turned the corner, man. He's actually all of his crypto purchases are with DCAs now. Are with APRs. All of the crypto money that he has and is reinvesting in crypto comes from other investments. This is what I want for you. This is what I want for everybody. Now, I'm not telling you that it's my that this is the only strategy. Absolutely not. In fact, if you have a better one, babe, I am all ears. Let me have it because I don't fucking know it all. Absolutely not. But if you got a better way, babe, let us have a Zoom call. You show it to me. You prove it out. And I will sing your goddamn praises. But I continue to do this because I'm looking for other Donnie G's that are out there, man. Look, I don't need the money. I'm sure you guys understand that. I don't need this money. It doesn't mean anything to me. It really, literally doesn't. The total value that we get from YouTube per month pays for the internet, and that's it. I don't need the money. I do it because I absolutely love you guys. I absolutely love the podcast Discord. I love the members. You guys are you guys are just fucking aces, man. I'm all, Belle. I'm gonna get Yeah, I'll tell you what. Go to a comment, Belle, before I get emotional here. Come on.
All right. Kodar1 says, you're my main Bitcana validator. And David Dahl also says, I'm on the podcast validator, also in Bitcana. So,
All right.
yay.
That is, you know what? Round of applause. I appreciate it, guys. Look, I'll admit that most of the money on that validator is mine, but it's because I believe in the project. And I think it's very disingenuous of what, influencers, whatever the fuck these guys call themselves, of people to pitch a product to you that they're not in. I consider that extremely disingenuous. So yeah, I'm sure the validator is doing well, but I wouldn't know because Bell runs the validator. So if you have any questions or comments, or if you think we're getting slashed or missed something, that's your person right there. Bell, you are on the big screen. This is all you right now. So
yeah, throw me under the bus there, Scott. Yeah, right.
So you guys can come at me. I don't know. I'm going to send you to Bell. I am technically illiterate. All right. I'm absolutely technically illiterate. I'm a savant. All right. I'm good at one thing and at blacksmithing. I like to blacksmith too. But I'm only good at what I do, and I stay in my lane, all right? I don't branch out. I don't go anywhere. I stay right here. So any questions on that, send it to Bell. But, guys, I do appreciate it, man. Look, I think it's a fantastic investment, and I'm willing to go up and down with this one. But I'm taking the big screen, Bell. Understand, guys, I'm willing to go up and down with this one because I effectively have $0, zero of my own dollars in capital in this. It costs me nothing. All right. It's all APR money. So please understand. And where I say this is not financial advice and don't do what I do, I'm doing this because I like the numbers. I see the way it lines up. It makes sense for me. And basically, I'm not paying for it. So it's working. The APR I get on this token is not massive, but it works for me. 30 point something percent. It works well for me. So I'm just going to leave it right there. But guys, look, watch this one. All right. Because if it starts to wobble, I assure you, I'm going to tell you, but just make sure that you got an exit for this. All right. Like any other crypto, this applies to every crypto, not just this one. So there's a reason that I LP more than I stake by a lot, a big percentage. I like the staked tokens in the projects that I'm long in, but I like the LPs in the products that I'm not. So please understand why I'm saying what I'm saying and hear it. So all right, go Bell.
Jack Sparrow, I think we should research Rebus. I read some of their tweets and they sound interesting. A bridge between regular investors and crypto. Don't have enough info yet to know if they're any good.
Yeah. I saw you talking about that, man. Now, I haven't had time to dig into it yet, but no, I understand where you're going with that. All right, look, me and you, babe, we're perfectly aligned on this. I agree. It was one of the reasons that I was talking about polymath so much early in the game. Because they're kind of polymathish, and I'm sure you guys remember that token. If you don't, look at our old videos. I get you on the Rebus, man. I'm gonna look into it. We've had a lot going on. I'm sure you get it, but no, Jack, I agree with you on that one. I think it's worth a look. So I'm always on the lookout for products that are bridging crypto world and legacy world. Now, Rebus is one of those products, man, but I've got to take apart the technicals. I'm sure you get it. If I don't understand what you're doing, I'm not going to invest in you. But if I do, I certainly will. And I'll tell you what, man, I'll give you a bounty right now, Jack. Take this one apart for me, all right? And pitch me. And if it is something that I should be seriously considering, I'll put my money in, and I promise, man, I'll cut you 10% of the profits. You guys know I show my wallets, no problem. So if this is something that I really need to take a serious look into, I only have so much time, man. But if you want to do it for me, pitch me. All right, we'll get on a Zoom call. Me and you, we'll talk it up. We'll have Bell here because Bell writes everything down. We'll talk it up. But if it's something that is going to work for me, I promise I'll put money in. 10% of the profits are yours, man. So and I'm not going to ask you to make up the losses, all right? I make my own decisions here. But let me hear your thoughts on it, and we can certainly revisit it. Bell, please carry on.
Microman, I've learned the same lesson. All I've got left to move is my crow stake from the card, and that's moving in the next week or so. I'm seeing my APR growth, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Now that's kind of the funny thing, man. I haven't covered this on any of their videos, but I'll talk about it here. So slowly but surely, believe it or not, I'm inching into Crow. I'm inching into Near, and I'm inching into Dot. Not because I believe that they are superior products to Cosmos. I don't. I don't. Their development has been slow. They're enjoying their laurels, and they're just kind of sitting there. And there's a reason that Cosmos is overtaking them right now. I mean, the proof is in the price, not the pudding. It's in the fucking price. But I've been inching back into these things little bit by little bit because from a pragmatic, pardon me, I burped. From a pragmatic standpoint only, because they have very passionate communities. All right. And I'm taking the big screen, Bell. They have very passionate communities, and I will invest in a community if several wickets line up. Now, interestingly, guys, I'm hammered. I just want to let you know, I've had no food. I've drinking this much bourbon, and I don't have the wherewithal I used to. So I'm just letting you know right now, guys, I am hammered. Let me finish my thought, though, please. I'll invest in a community if it hits a couple of wickets for me. Now, both Crow, Near, and Dot all kind of hit wickets for me. They're close enough that for me, I'm willing to take a swing. Now, please understand, just like Bicana, guys, I'm not paying for this. All right, this is other investments and APRs from those other investments. But really, the difference between what I do and what you do is scale. I don't know your position. For all I know, Microman is he's laughing at me right now. He's got billions of dollars tied up. What the hell do I know? But the only real difference is scale. Now, I'm investing in these communities Notice how I say communities as opposed to tokens. I'm investing in these communities because I do believe that Bitcoin will recover. Now, I own very little of it. I own very little Bitcoin, but I fundamentally understand that Bitcoin drives the market. Legacy investors are the ones right now who move Bitcoin. They are the ones, legacy investors and liquidity traders are the ones that move Bitcoin back and forth. So I fall back on ignorance, believe it or not, because legacy investors really don't understand blockchain. They don't know what it is, don't know what it can do. All they know is Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. So that's fine. When the economy starts to improve, when we are not hammering ourselves, when Powell's not up there swinging the CPI bat on us, when all of these things happen, it's going to improve. And when it improves, Crow, Near, Dot, all of these things are going to pop off. But they're not going to move until Bitcoin moves. There is nothing particularly special about them, no new development, no new anything that is going to make them just swing away and explode. I don't see that. But what I do see is a very, very, very low price, a very, very, very passionate community. And I see Bitcoin that can go, not this month, and it won't be next month, but could conceivably turn in December or January, depending on the CPI. You got to pay attention to this. So depending on that CPI, it could actively change. Now, from the CPI standpoint, the only thing that we're waiting for is a good drop of 0.7-ish. And I think Mad Crypto Dad would probably back me up. That's what he does for a living, man. He analyzes risk. So I think if a 0.7% drop, and I think it all starts to explode based on the interest rates, where they are, how much hammering they've been, because the results are always going to lag the rates. The raises. So I think when it goes, all of this pops. And when it pops, Dot, Near, Crow, all of these other little tokens that I don't do videos about, I think they're going to rail. So I can talk about this because it is a members video, but I am slowly putting money into it. That's it. But I'm buying at the low. So that's it. Belle, please carry on.
Donnie G, I know we haven't talked about Echelon, but I saw a worker bee on Reddit saying to steer clear of that shit, even with the high APR.
It's all I need to hear, man. That is all I need to hear. I don't want to research something and find out, wow, this is just an absolute shit show. Honestly, man, look, if your own Reddit is saying stay the hell away from this thing, who am I to argue with the Reddit? Bell, carry on.
I can't hear the word echelon without having the acronym for REMF pop in my head. Rear echelon motherfucker. Yeah, that says it all right.
Look at
there.
you being military. Belle gets a round of applause. There you go.
All right,
Carry on, Belle.
Code R1, armor smithing be in high demand when we have the next Roman Empire collapse.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Now, sorry, guys, Maker's Mark, man. It makes me hiccup. That is rock gut. God, that is trash. I specialize more or less. What I'm passionate about is 15th century, mid and late period 15th century Italian and German. That's my wheelhouse for armor, because I like to see things in development. And the high period, that's what we call it, the high period, saw some of the most beautiful functional works of art that's ever seen this planet. So I do my very best to try to replicate those. And I don't try to second guess them or figure out how to do it better. These guys had 10,000 dead men on a battlefield, and they can go and analyze the armor and figure out where it failed. So if they built it this way, there is a reason that they built it this way. I'm not going to second guess the experts. I'm just trying to recreate their work. But yeah, man, look, when it goes, I'm ready. All right. I function in a modern economy, and I function in a medieval economy. I'm ready either way. All right. I think you have to hedge yourself, and you have to diversify. Belle, please carry on.
Hey, one, there is no lock-in period in Bacana, is there?
Yeah, as far as I know. So when you stake, it's going to be, I think, 21 days. At least 21 days if you stake it straight. And the LPs on here are just miserable. Hang on, let me show you. The LPs on here, these things are, these guys are not in a good light, because it's just such a slow growth token. But you're going to get 1.86% if you actually stake it. And that's the high end. So the low end is 0.93. Don't do that. You know what? I'm sorry. You do you, not financial advice. I would go a different way with this one, because, my God, man, 0.1%. You haven't even covered inflation at that. I mean, there's absolutely no way. But you do get a really decent staking percentage of a little over 30% with no impermanent loss. So when you take out the impermanent loss angle of it, I would call a straight stake at 30+% APR as about a 36-ish, because we've taken the APR, we've taken the impermanent loss out of the equation. So that's where I would put it. Emery will disagree, but that's where I put it. Belle, please carry on.
Code R1, where do you get near?
Where do you get mirror now?
Near.
Oh, well, I mean, you got to multi-chain, dude. You got to omni-chain this stuff. So, you know what? I'll do a whole video for you, babe. If you're asking. Oh, and by the way, guys, I'm taking the big screen, Bell. There will be no more public videos from the podcast. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but there will be no more public videos from the podcast, man. Look, crypto is a cesspool, and I don't need this. So there will be no public videos anymore. It's only member stuff. All right. I want to talk to you guys. I've tried the outreach. They fuck me. So you do you, bro. Good luck in your investments. But I'm only doing member stuff from now on. There will be no more public videos coming out of this channel. I'm going to do my very best, guys, to kick one out in the morning always, because I just want to tell you this is the overnight. I just want to give you an update. And I'm going to try to live stream, even if Belle's at work, but I'm going to try to go live just so I can, chat it up with you guys. If I can help you through your work day and when I'm not working, I'm happy to do it. But there will be no more public anything, man. You know what? You've told me, Donnie's told me repeatedly, Belle, and it was actually Donnie that said it over and over. He said, fuck those guys. So you know what, Donnie, duly noted, round of applause. You've been right the whole time, babe. I have no problem admitting when I was wrong. I was wrong. Belle, please carry on. Belle, please carry on.
Idiot fish, yeah, for my sad, horrible joke, gave me a +1 and said, Belle, that was awesome.
Oh, hey,
and Microman followed that up by saying Echelon is also a very covert Five Eyes surveillance system.
Oh, that's great. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why we have the best Discord in the business. These guys, they're not just listening. All right. They're telling us stuff. They're doing some of the work so I don't have to. I fucking love it. Yeah. I think I'll take a pass on that one, But I'll tell you what, I've heard the name come up 3 times now. So I'll tell you what, when we're all done, guys, I'll go buy a little bit of Echelon and we'll with the YouTube wallet, and we'll fuck around with it. I think that'll be fun to track it. Belle, carry on.
Donnie G, will you eventually show us how to work the other dexes? I think part of the reason we're comfortable there is because you've walked us through so many times. Some of these other dexes are complicated.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to help. Look, we fucked up as a channel. We really fucked up, meaning that we did not. We started with the easiest ecosystem, of course, that being Cosmos. Out of every other dex that I work, out of every other chain that I work, Cosmos is hands down the easiest. So we kind of fucked up. So if we go from showing you Cosmos to Solana, all right, there's a learning curve in here. So if you guys want to see the other chains, and I highly recommend that you do, because it's always good to diversify in between the chains. I'm happy to make the videos, man. Look, we're doing, this is only member stuff now. If you want to see a video, I don't care if one person sends me the request, I will make the damn video. No problem. All right. This is not about me. I don't think that message has ever been, I don't think I've ever gotten that message across, Belle. This is not about me. All right. It's about you guys. So if you want to see how to work Solana, if you want to see how to work Near, if you want me to play around on Thorchain or any of these other stuff, guys, I already got money there. So happy to do it. Happy to show you. But yeah, we fucked up with this one, and we went straight to Cosmos, and Cosmos is hands down the easiest ecosystem to function on. So you want it, babe. You got it. Belle, carry on, please.
That was actually the last question for the moment.
Fantastic. Are we about done here, or should I keep ranting away? Because I feel like I think we kind of got made our point on this one, Belle. What are you thinking?
I think we did make our point.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the big screen for a minute, and then we'll turn it over to Belle. And you know what? Belle's going to do something special for you. She's going to look at the camera. She's going to look at this brand new camera so you can see the pretty face. It's been an interesting day, guys. It really has. I apologize for not being active on the podcast Discord, but, dude, I'm not going to give myself up to the mob, all right? I didn't fuck up. So I'm certainly not going to sacrifice myself to make somebody feel better about a really, really bad decision and the inability to get themselves out of it. This is really all it is. Where I mentioned on the alternative Discord that this is politics now. This is politics now. That's all it is. You have got to put a head on the pike. You have to isolate. You have to individualize, and then you have to attack. That is the rub. That is straight out of Saul Alinsky, Rules for Radicals. And yes, I've read it. So I understand why everything was happening today, but I refuse to be a part of it. I didn't write your code. I begged you to test. I said this doesn't make sense, and you said it did. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So with all of that being said, it's your money. You do you. I ain't going to tell you what to do. But if... yeah, you know what? I'm just going to leave it there, Belle. So, guys, I had a wonderful time tonight. We are members only from now on. And if anybody, well, nobody's going to see this video, but guys, please spread the word. If you want to be a member of this channel, send me a wallet address and I will send you $1. It doesn't, I don't care. All right. I will send you the $1. I don't make money on YouTube. Anything that comes through YouTube goes to Belle. Any of it. Because, you know, I'm doing all right. With that being said, guys, I had a wonderful time tonight. I appreciate you hearing my side of this story and not judging. I do appreciate that. And yeah, you know what? With that, we're going to turn it over to Belle. She's going to talk us up. She's going to talk us out. We will see you tomorrow with the members' videos and the members' live streams. Cheers.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who did join us tonight, we do seriously appreciate you guys. You have no idea how much. Yeah, again, we're going to be going members only, and you will definitely get the notifications when we do go live with members only streams. For each and every one of you guys, again, we do love all of you guys here. I mean, seriously, you ask fantastic questions. You give us new directions to look, new ways to think. You have us playing around with products we never would have heard of if it weren't for you guys. Again, guys, as always, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to reach out to Scott, Emery, or myself. We're available on Discord. We're also available via email, Scott@thepodcast.com, Bella@thepodcast.com, and Emery@thepodcast.com. Again, you guys, we can't thank each and every one of you guys enough, and we will see you next time.